Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jan Moses, back here with another episode of the Salary Cap Recap. In today's episode, we're going to be showing off my salary cap lineup changes to both lineups after the 8 games that I've played so far here in round 3 of salary cap here in season 5 of NBA 2K25 My Team. For the season, I'm at 30 and 12, which means heading into round 3 we were sitting at one of my best records through round 2 of any season so far. Not just in my team this year, but in any other year that I played salary cap, which wasn't all that many years. But regardless, I'm very proud of my 26 and 8 record that I had through the first 2 rounds of salary cap this season. I'm less proud of my 4 and 4 record, and I'm honestly very disappointed in how I played in the game with the lineup that I was most excited to run, and namely with the player who I spent 110,000 MT on, who I was excited to use and hopefully make me a better player offensively in isolation. And that player is Michael Beasley, who we ended up selling today just because it was really frustrating for me to use him. Let me see. I think he sold for a hair over 100K. Okay, he just sold. So 100,050 MT. He was pending for like, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, which is not too bad, honestly. Gotta make sure I'm recording. I don't trust myself. Okay, YouTube. It is pretty late at night for me, so I apologize if I slur or stumble on my words more than usual, or if I'm quieter than usual. I'm pretty tired. I just really wanted to get this video out for you guys before the new promo graphic comes out. Hopefully this video goes live sometime around noon on Thursday. But yeah, we ended up selling Michael Beasley, and the main reason for that is because, funny enough, I actually did decent with Michael Beasley in isolation, especially off of step backs. I was greening the majority of my threes, but off of the catch and shoot, and given the way I run my offense, I actually generate a lot of catch and shoot opportunities for my wing players. Michael Beasley bricked almost every single open shot I had, and I feel like it's because his jump shot is so quick, but he does load up on a number of his jumpers. I don't know if load up is the proper way to describe when your player off a catch and shoot takes like an extra, half a second or maybe even less time than that to shoot the ball. But with Michael Beasley's jumper being so fast, even that fraction of a difference in jump shot timing would completely throw me off of feeling comfortable with Beasley's jumper in a game. And all it would take would be for me to miss a couple of jumpers in those scenarios for me to basically not trust Michael Beasley for the rest of that game at all in a catch and shoot situation. My 2 losses today, because we were 2-2, I think, heading into today. I played 4 salary cap games. We were 2-2, and both of my losses came with my hero ball lineup, which has Michael Beasley and Paolo Banchero, and those games were really only close because of Paolo Banchero keeping me in it. Michael Beasley, as much as I really love the card, I just don't think he's a good fit for how I play. And his jumper just does not work for me at all. I tried my best to make it work. I'm just not the kind of player that can go down the court every single time and call plays for Michael Beasley, or call a screen and have Beasley as the ball handler go around the screen and shoot a fading 3. That's just not how I like to play the game at all. I play the game, I guess, a little more unorthodox. Actually, funny enough, I played against a guy today who was 26-4 or 28-6. He had some really good record where he was, I think, plus 22 in the win-loss column. And he put his mic in and he kept saying that I was playing in a really weird style compared to what he's used to, which was, he was playing off ball on me. But whenever I was playing, I'd run pick and pop, and I kept running pick and pop because he was running switch all on defense. And then I would just hit Sigma and I would go into the post and I would work from there, either score in the post or I would try to kick it out for a 3. And the reason why I lost that game, I really think I could have beat that guy. I lost that game because Michael Beasley went 2 of 8 for me from deep. All the shots were from deep, and the 2 shots that he made were off the dribble 3s when I would do like a step back, or I wasn't in a catch and shoot situation with him. So I'm really frustrated with how Michael Beasley played for me. I want to show you guys the lineup changes that I'm going to be making. I want to first show you guys my team ball lineup, because the last game that I played was a win in salary cap, and it was with this lineup right here. I only played one game with this lineup. I gave the Michael Beasley lineup 3 games, won the first game off of a rage quit, and then lost the last 2, which was obviously really frustrating and led to me selling Michael Beasley. I just like Gerald Green's jumper a lot more. Funny enough, in the last game that I played in salary cap, I shot, I think, 3 threes off the catch and shoot with Gerald Green, and he greened all 3. I just really like his jumper a lot, and he only costs 5,000 salary. So why would I pay 8,000 salary for a card in Michael Beasley, who I know the majority of people who play this game and have Michael Beasley are really good with him? I am awful with Michael Beasley, and I think at some point I figured I have to just sell him. Maybe I'll buy him back and try him again a little later on in the year if he gets cheaper, but as of right now, I feel like it was worth keeping a card that I spent 110k on, and I knew I'd get at least 100k back for him, and so I'm happy to have at least gotten that back. It's only a 20k MT loss for me, roughly. That's, you know, pennies. I'm almost at 2 million MT. When I sell Michael Beasley, I'll be over 2 million MT. So yeah, I'm not worried about that. This is the lineup that I won my last game with. As I said, I just love Dyson Daniels, and I get to use Dyson Daniels in a lineup like this because I don't have 8,000 salary going towards Michael Beasley. And for my playstyle, Dyson Daniels plus Gerald Green only being 100 salary more than Michael Beasley by himself, I'd rather run Dyson Daniels and Gerald Green and then make the rest of the lineup work around them. We did run Alex Sarr. I like Alex Sarr a good amount, but his jumper is a little funky. There is another player I want to try in salary cap this week. If I'm able to play again, we'll have to see. And that is Frank Kaminsky. I've seen some people say his jumper is too slow. I've seen other people say that his jumper is just fine for salary cap. I want to give it a shot. He was fine for me in offline play. I got his agenda done for the Pink Diamond Bracket Buster event piece. We're going to try him out in salary cap, hopefully. I feel like he's going to jump up to 8,000 salary, but he's another Pink Diamond center that I can now include when I'm looking at cards like Khalil Ware, whose Pink Diamond is still at 8,000 salary, and Alex Sarr, who I think will always be my floor play because I don't think Alex Sarr is ever going to go above 5,000 salary. I don't think enough people are going to use him for his salary to go up. So I always have Alex Sarr in my back pocket if I need to bring out a 5,000 salary center. Kaminsky being at 5,500 means we do have to get a little more strategic with how we want to build our lineup. Oh my god, my voice is cracking. I'm so tired, guys. I'm sorry. But bringing in Frank Kaminsky, again, I go up by 500 above the salary cap. I need to make some moves. I'm going to bench Jeff Green, who I barely even used when I ran him in salary cap with this lineup. I'm going to bring Jared Vanderbilt in to give me another big body on defense. So that gives me 300 salary to play with underneath the salary cap. And that means I can bench Quentin Post, and I love Quentin Post. You guys all know I love him. I talk about this card on this channel and in my salary cap series ad nauseum, just because his jumper is so damn good. And I'm kind of on the fence on who exactly I want to replace him with, because I was initially going to pick Kelly Olynyk because I wanted to try another card who, like Quentin Post, is he has 2 Hall of Famers, and they're also limitless range and set shot specialist, just like on Quentin Post. But then Kelly Olynyk has 7 additional gold badges. My issue with Kelly Olynyk, and the reason why I'm picking a different center from this bracket buster set, is that perimeter defense being at 50 scares me a lot, and I just don't feel like the rest of the card makes up for that 50 perimeter defense. So the Amethyst center from that set that I am going to bring in his place is Kyle Filipowski. I enjoy using his jumper offline. Going to give it a shot online, and the other reason I really want to try this card out is because of his tendencies. If you look at the defensive side of the ball, his tendencies are elite. 99 pass interception, 99 on-ball steal, 99 shot contest. Fantastic. I wish that block shot tendency was a little higher, but it is what it is. Seeing those 99s on the defensive tendencies for Kyle Filipowski looks really good and made me want to run him. And so I think this is going to be my my team ball lineup that I want to try the next time I play salary cap. Hopefully it'll be later on. Well, I guess for you guys later on today, for me tomorrow, because I'm going to bed. In terms of my hero ball lineup, I am recording. Right, let me make sure. Cool, I'm recording. Hi, YouTube. Okay. In terms of my hero ball lineup, Kawhi Leonard is a placeholder right now. He's replacing Michael Beasley and his 8,000 salary. The lineup that I basically ran included Who else was in this lineup? I think I had Ruby here. I'll show you guys what I had before, because I was making changes before to set the stage for the big change I want to make for this lineup. But this was the lineup that I basically ran in salary cap, just replaced Kawhi Leonard with Michael Beasley, okay? And this lineup wasn't bad for me. I really think if Michael Beasley was able to hit more of his catch and shoot shots for me, I would have been 6-2 today and not 4-4. But it is what it is. But we're not going to be running with this lineup because there are other changes that I want to make to this lineup just to try the Hero Ball lineup, and I will be living up to the name of the Hero Ball lineup and the way that I've been setting it up, because I don't want to treat this lineup like my second team ball lineup. I want to have another player who's at least 8,000 salary in this lineup. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm thinking. I finally redeemed an exchange from the Bracket Busters event, and we're going to bring those players into this lineup. So here we go. We're going to put Cam Reddish here. So that leaves us 800 salary below the salary cap, and that's a really important value to be under. I'll show you guys why. Because we're going to go to the pack market and we're going to open up our 2 unopened packs. You can see here we have a duplicate Derek Anderson. I already have, which means we should not get an animation. Hopefully, I was going to put my Derek Anderson into the the My Auctions tab, but I didn't want to get a second walkout for Derek Anderson, so we're going to swap with the one in my collection. Very nice. And then we have Antoine Walker. Now, we are obviously not going to spend time in this video badging them out, but go on 2KDB and you take a look at how many badges on these cards go up by +2. That means that any of those badges that go up by +2, if you bump them up to gold tier, you're going to be able to get their badges when they're on the court together, because they have that dynamic duo boost, up to legend. And I believe Derek Anderson, I mean, we can take a look right now. Let's take a look at the collections tab after we modify our lineup right here. So we are going to bench Kawhi Leonard and then bring in, I think he's power forward primary, right? Yes. Antoine Walker, and then we're going to bench DeLon Wright, which really sucks because I love DeLon Wright, but we have DeLon Wright in my my team ball lineup, which is fine. Come to the Amethyst point guard. I think he's point guard, right? Not shooting guard. Maybe he's shooting guard. Let's see. I know he's 90 overall. Yes, there he is. So just like that, we have 2 Dark Matters in our Hero Ball lineup, which is very exciting. Now, if we take a look here at the collection tab, we go down to Showstoppers right here, and then we click here. So this shows all the boosts. So Antoine Walker, he should be able to get with ease Legend Rise Up, Legend Aerial Wizard, and again, I'm only looking at badges that I'm not going to put on Hall of, or not put on on Hall of Fame. You could have, you could take his Deadeye if you have an extra Hall of Fame Deadeye badge, you can put that on him and it'll go from Hall of Fame to Legend, which is great. But he'll get Hall of Fame Rise Up, Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard, Hall of Fame Unpluckable. Sorry, I'm so tired. Legend Rise Up, Aerial Wizard, Unpluckable, Interceptor, Box Out Beast, Rebound Chaser, Pain Patroller as well. I did not know that. So if you just upgrade those badges up to gold on this card base, those will all go up to Legend. And then for Derek Anderson, he'll be able to get Legend Float Game, Post Fade Phenom, which I don't really care about either of those two. Deadeye and Limitless, I think, will both go up to Legend on this card, which is crazy. I don't know why the right stick is scrolling so funny. So Legend, Deadeye, Limitless, and Dimer. Looks like Pick Dodger as well. Challenger, Physical Finisher, Mini Marksman, Shifty Shooter on Legend as well. Versatile Visionary, Lightning Launch, On-Ball Menace. I mean, this card is going to be an absolute monster. Maybe I'm misreading how these badge boosts will work when they're duoed, but I don't see why I can't get all those badges up to Legend tier without having to upgrade any of the badges that I mentioned up to gold. So yeah, really excited to run this duo. Now, I think a lot of these duos are maxed out on their salary, which is going to make this a little frustrating because that means Derek Anderson and Antoine Walker are going to combine for 10,000 salary, but people are out there running Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama, who also costs 10,000 salary. So the fact that I can run a lineup like this, where I have Derek Anderson and Antoine Walker, as we just said, adding up to 10K salary, I'm still running Diamond Paolo Banchero, who's worth 3,800 salary right here. I could have easily benched him and brought in a lower salary diamond card if I wanted, and then had more room to maybe add more talent. Maybe I could bring in a better center or something like that. But Toumani Camara at 1,200, incredible value. And when I told you guys last week in the salary cap report episode that dropped, I think on Saturday, that we're going to look back on season 5 from a salary cap perspective and say that these amethyst cards that came out on Fridays for the whole season were very important to pick up, because these cards are going to be the glue to your lineups in salary cap in season 6, when you're running maybe 1 to 2 Galaxy Opals, maybe you're running 3 to 4 Pink Diamonds. If you want to make those lineups work with all of your high-powered, high-tier, high-salary cards, you're going to need a card like Toumani Camara here and there in your lineup, who only cost you 1,200 salary, but are going to be elite at what they do. And Toumani Camara is my lead point of attack defender. He has done a great job against Pink Diamond Michael Beasley, Pink Diamond Dr. J. Really damn good card, and I'm really happy I have him. Although now I'm going to have, I think, a Derek Anderson card that has legend on-ball menace in game, which is going to be insane. And Derek Anderson is a 6'5" point guard. So yeah, this card is going to be absolutely cracked. I'll try out their jump shots a little bit later, but these are the main changes I wanted to show you guys. I really hope you guys are having better luck than I am so far in round 3, but I'm excited to play more salary cap again, hopefully tomorrow, because I'm not sure if come Saturday if this lineup will still work for me in salary cap or not. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Until next time, I'll see you later.